Deontay Wilder, who after his loss to Fury, he came back with some good wins, but then suffered some tough defeats. And in his latest defeat to Zhang,
Dang.
it wasn't too good. It was a highlight reel knockout. But he's looking to come back. He's got a fight lined up on BLK Prime against Curtis Hopper. What are your thoughts on Deontay's return?
I think if Deontay gonna stay in the sport of boxing, that's exactly what he needs. I think he needs to step down, take a tune-up fight, make sure this is something that he really wants to do. Now, if he can get up for this tune-up fight and get himself together and give us some of that Deontay Wilder we've come to know and love and expect, where he giving you this highlight reel knockout, then I think now he can get himself back. And maybe he might need to do 2 or 3 of these. You know, maybe he need to do a 3-fight deal with BLK Prime and get the buzz back about Deontay Wilder. So the last thing we won't see is the Zhang fight, you know, in our memory. I think that this is something that I did when I was fighting and lost my title. This is the same route I took, right? And I think that if he can get there, and it ain't about the money, it's about, I know I can do this if I did this and if I do it this way and get back. So if he takes that route and really, because you got to be hungry when you make the kind of money he's made, and then you go back and fight on BLK and fight a guy like Curtis Harper. It's not, the money won't be nowhere near the same, not almost. So if he can go back and do that, he gonna show, you know, he redouble his efforts and show the dedication that's required to win the heavyweight championship. Because when you become champ, that's where you start thinking you always champ. When you're not, now you got to get back on contender status, rise, make his ascension back to the top, work his way back up there, and starting with a guy like Curtis Prime, who he will knock out viciously, right? That's what's needed. Then he can progressively step back up to it. He's right back in the top 10.
Speaking of the top 10, champions aside, who's your favorite heavyweight right now? Who you think is the guy right now who's never had a title? Like, who you think next up?
2 people.
What?
I would say Michael Hunter, but he's lost momentum. So I gotta say somebody who Michael Hunter knocked out. I gotta say Martin Bakole.
What do you think about that fight happening again? You think about the rematch? They both had a lot of changes. They both had both of their careers were different trajectories since Mike knocked him out with you in his corner. What do you think Bakole has to do in a rematch, and how does Mike offset that?
I think sometimes styles make fights, and some people just got your number no matter what. I think Mike has his number, you know. I think Mike would be the Usyk to him being Fury. You know what I'm saying? Mike movement and herky-jerky style and constant pressure, and Mike can take his shots. You know, I think when he hit Mike told me the man can punch. You know, he punched hard, but Mike took his punch and didn't let him know that he took that away from him. He took that power away from him. Like, I'm walking through you, you know. And when you take that from a power puncher, if you take his biggest asset away, which is him hurting you, then he's starting to question himself. And I think Mike played a lot in his mind, and that was a way more fit version of Bakole. This Bakole, I think Mike could take apart.
So you don't like the weight?
I don't.
The additional weight.
I do for most heavyweights. If you're a heavyweight that's gonna stand in front of him, like I'm gonna give him the favorite over everybody. And like somebody like Usyk, somebody like Hunter, somebody who's not gonna just stand in front of him, that's gonna give him problems. You know, like I'm on this side, I'm on that side, I'm on the right, I'm on the left. I'm taking it away from you. I'm doing this. I'm countering you. And I'm hitting you constantly upside your head. and I'm sorry, that belly, you know. And when I keep getting rib sandwich, beef sandwich here, beef rib, I'm just having a buffet on your belly. Then it's like Bakoli will have problems with those kind of fighters, like lighter fighters that got movement and can punch and got some heart and can take his shot. He has no chance. He needs somebody who wants to trade with him. That's his specialty is stand in front of him, come try to knock me out, and then he knocks them out.